Okay. I think we're live.
What's up, football fans? Methos1966.
All right. Hold on. We'll know for sure in just a second. So, if you're seeing this, we just don't we don't know if we're connected live or not. But, anyways, hold on. Somebody will pop in here in a second. I think. There we go. There we go. So we got action here. So, all right. What's going on, y'all? It is Scott Pizzle and obviously Meteos 1966. If you do not know who Meteos is, let me say this, okay? See, I got you. See, we got JD from Sacktown. We got
All right.
Danny G. So here's the thing: a lot of people. So let's just say, if you don't know who Meteos is, a lot of people always. I've had several video makers say that, oh, Cot Pizzle inspired me to make videos on YouTube. Well, the guy who inspired me was Meteos. Meteos was one of the very first giant video makers, if not the first,
In the
trash talking circle.
Yeah, back then.
And I saw his content, and he really inspired me. And if you saw a video that I did recently where I got some Eli Manning stuff ticket and some cards sent to me, Meteos was the guy that sent it to me, and so. I'm so thankful that he did. I'm so thankful that I'm getting ready to look. We got a holy cow down there, so somebody's excited to see you. But Meteos, how many years have you been away now? Yeah, I mean it's been a while, hasn't
I
it?
know, we started in 2007.
Yeah, so
right?
yeah, we started in 2007.
That was a really good year for the Giants.
Which
yeah.
I wanted to say this because I don't want to forget. We started the Giants Mafia.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
It wasn't Bill's Mafia.
No,
it was Giants Mafia. And then it was Bill's Mafia.
The giant players. We were saying I used to go up to, and some of the guys who are still here, like Bad Dog and other people that were around. We used to go to the the preseason and talk to the giant players, and I could never get them to go on the camera and say Giants Mafia. They're like, isn't that like criminals or what? You can't do that. So we had made Ray printed out the T-shirts, so you had to keep.
Well, so I mean, we both feel.
Yeah.
That Bill's Mafia was taken from something we created. We don't know that for sure, but we just feel like it's a possibility. It happened.
It's true.
But anyways, Meteos has been away for a little while, and
I think I left in like I don't know, maybe 12.
It's been
2012.
It's been
you never know.
It's been a
No,
while.
it was before. I was still making New York. In New York, so maybe
You've but I mean, you've popped up every so often. Like you might put one video up a year.
Maybe I'm out now.
But yeah, I mean,
I've been out for like
you've been
years.
out.
Yeah.
But anyways, Meteos, said he was coming to town, and we had to hook up. I wanted to put him on my channel, and have him chat. And some of the older guys that you kind of come in here, I think they're probably pretty excited to see us. But anyways, so I don't know if you obviously know this, but I've obviously been struggling the last few years with as bad as the Giants have been.
I got out at the right time.
I haven't had the
got
Godfather.
out at the right time.
Meteos was the Godfather of the Giants Mafia,
Yeah.
and I haven't been able to rely on my Godfather here during these bad times. But obviously, you've probably been watching the Giants and you've been keeping up with them.
They were very low budget those days. I would put a picture of the Godfather up, and then I would just change my voice to like this.
Yeah.
And say Meteos.
Yeah, Meteos.
You gotta kick the Redskins' ass.
Meteos made some really cool videos back in the day, and I miss his content. But I want to say this for those that don't know who Meteos is, and just in case you see this video or you're watching us live here, I always talk about my Giants journey as a fan. And to me, it's being a fan is it's almost like a book. Every chapter is a different story. You cannot tell my story as a fan without including Meteos in it, because without him, I would have never made it to Giant Stadium, and without him, I would have. He helped me get to New York. Like I said, I met him in '07. We met on '07 here on YouTube.
Yep.
And I didn't have any friends that were Giant fans. I didn't have. I had nobody to travel with to go to New York or New Jersey and watch a game with. Who's going to go to a game by themselves?
Right.
Who's going to do that? Yeah. So Meteos was able to give me a connection to go to a game with, and luckily we made that connection before Giant Stadium was taken away.
Yeah,
So thanks to Meteos, I was able to go to Giant Stadium. But this man right here picked me up from an airport, and was it LaGuardia?
I don't know where you went into some crazy.
Yeah,
airport
I messed
Island.
up. I messed
Yeah,
up
you
when
went
I
to like somewhere out in Long Island.
I messed up, and he went and picked me up and gave me the absolute New York treatment. Took me to Times Square, took me to Madison Square Garden. We went
Yep.
anywhere I wanted to go. Meteos took me there, and obviously we did a tailgate the next day and went to we watched the Giants play the Eagles.
Yep.
And I think we lost that game.
We brought Nicole PTO.
Nicole
6
PTO
came in.
6 was there, and
Yeah.
we had a fantastic time. And since I've been back, and obviously I've been to MetLife, but thanks to Meteos, I was able to go to Giants Stadium. So he is a big part of my Giants fandom, and he definitely tells a story. Look, we've got Mosh down here.
Mosh, what's up, brother?
Mosh is wanting to say what's up. So
Yeah.
if you don't know who this guy is, that's okay. He's been away.
It's been a while.
But just know that he's definitely important to me when it comes to my Giants fandom. And so thanks to him, I was able to do some cool things and experience some things. So I wanted to share him with the channel. And do you ever get like the itch to do YouTube at all? I mean,
It's funny. I was saying to you, I was at the Dallas Giants game that opened the season with Nicole PTO 6, who if you got to go way back to
Drunken Tailgater?
Yeah.
You remember him, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so we went out to meet up with Jay Watt and Lizzie, but they didn't show up. So if they're watching this at some point, they'll know. No, they were busy, but they couldn't come out. But we went out and we got really drunk one night, and Mosh will know the bar because it was the one that we did in our first tailgate with the CNS.
Yeah.
And we were hanging out there. We were getting, me, Nicole, and her friend, we were getting a little lit up. And we tried to make a video, and if it would have gone through the phone, you would have seen me and Nikki making a video. And we were about to say that we were going to kill the Giants, or we were going to kill the Cowboys. So thank God it didn't go through because we got slammed the next day.
Yeah, well, I know. Believe you me, I thought this last season was going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
So we had talked about too, kind of off camera, but both and I, we kind of talked about Halen's death.
Yeah.
And how sad we were about that. And you were actually still pretty good friends with him off of YouTube and spent some time with them.
Yeah, I mean,
talking to him
in the beginning. Well, talking about that same tailgate, Kyle was there at Halen, and he and I are 1 year apart, the same birthday.
Yeah.
We're both March 7th, and he and I got along so well, and Jay Watt and some of the other guys. We used to just talk all the time about football. We'd call each other up and make stupid bets and whatever that weren't even on YouTube. We'd even sometimes make things.
Look, Mosh wants to see Eugene. What were you talking me that story?
I just told that story to Cop downstairs about you and your Lockhart. That was the second tailgate. I'm not going to talk about that. I promised Eugene that I would not ever divulge. I actually have a video of Eugene Lockhart in a compromised position, but
what's going on?
It's all good.
What's going on, everybody? So once again, Meteos19. You still have your page. You still have
it's still there. It's still there, but I don't.
Meteos1966.
There's one giant video there, and it's just.
Let me tell you what. A lot of people may not know, but I said this to you off camera, was that Meteos and a lot of those guys, Halen, as part of that, they were, well beyond their years as far as because now YouTube is okay. Yeah, you understand why you go on there and what the purpose of it is, but then it was very genuine, and you didn't go on there with an intention of gain anything. Right. You just went on there as a fan, and experience that, and to I don't want to say make friends with other fan bases, but to interact with.
Right? It's going to happen. And it was mostly the NFC East, right?
Yeah, it was just NFC East.
And maybe there was 40 of us in total that were making it. 40 people, right? I mean, and it was mostly Cowboy fans.
Yeah.
It was mostly Cowboy fans.
Yeah, Cowboy fans.
And then you had the Philly guys had like four guys.
Yeah.
The Giants Mafia was four guys,
Yeah, at the
and
time,
a
yeah.
couple of people. As they Giants got better in 2007, which they were.
Yeah.
That's when people started going, oh, let me jump
Yeah.
in here, and,
Yeah,
and we would take it.
yeah.
We'd take people. We wanted some
Yeah,
more people.
we kind of grew
Yeah.
pretty quick there, and maybe that had to do something with the Giants being pretty good then.
Yep.
Now I will say that there is still a good Giant fan representation on YouTube, but now it's a suffering one. I mean, we just
that's tough.
the ones that are on YouTube now are just suffering, but now it's not like it's definitely not like it used to be. I mean,
Right.
the old days are few and far between, but again, those that don't know, Meteos here.
Yeah.
This guy was a
I
YouTuber.
had glasses too.
This guy was
I had
a
glasses too, and I'd have a giant hat on.
This
my head,
guy
too.
was a YouTube legend for the Giant fan base. And, I know there's a lot of old dogs that, will watch this video or seen this video now and, they remember Meteos and you were a big part of the community. And I mean, I think everybody knew who Meteos was. I mean, it was not.
Well, there was an old guy in every one of them.
Yeah.
Like almost. So it was me and Kyle. There were some older guys in the
Yeah.
in the CNS.
Yeah,
at
it's
the
weird
time.
now. It is a very younger generation now.
And it was even with the Redskin
Yeah.
guys. They were mostly
Yeah, they were
younger,
mostly
too.
young.
Yeah,
Mike and Ike and T Velli and it was either Chaos 47 or 47 Chaos.
I think it was Chaos 40.
Yeah, so it was
I don't
something like
remember.
that.
Yeah,
And then there
yeah.
was Skintastic Man.
Skintastic, yeah.
He was a great guy. I met him.
Right.
Did he come? He came to our tailgate.
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
he?
we saw him.
Yeah, I want to
he
say
came
we
out
saw,
to see
we,
us,
we
yeah,
see him.
yeah.
But Meteos you went to a couple CNS tailgates.
I did, yeah.
You had a good time out there. Met a lot
Yeah.
of those guys.
Listen, yeah.
There's just I talk to a lot of. I tell a lot of people out there that there was a big foundation set, years ago for the NFL YouTube community.
Definitely,
Now it's
definitely,
completely
yeah.
different, and I feel like a lot of you guys built that foundation and kind of gave it a place for people to say, oh, I can go on YouTube
Right.
and talk football, or I can
Right.
go on YouTube and express my feelings for teams. And you guys gave a platform. Obviously, YouTube is the platform, but you guys kind of basically said, "Oh, it's okay to do this."
Yeah, we did. I mean, it was
And-
fun, and it was fun though. We were having a good time. It
Yeah.
was, if you lost,
I mean,
it was tough,
if-
but you were, you people still connected.
Yeah.
It was.
Well, I mean,
pretty
if you
good.
think about 06, 07, during that time, I would think that a lot of people were using like forms.
Definitely, yeah.
Like they're
Right.
they're typing, and
Right.
YouTube kind of was able to put a face on that.
They did, yeah, which
Yeah,
is fantastic.
yeah, which
and
is
it was
great.
fun. It's fun. We made T-shirts. We did like a lot of people
Yeah.
would recognize us at the
Yeah.
games.
Oh,
it was
I mean,
like crazy.
I think
Yeah.
I think a lot of the stuff we were doing, and again, I give a lot of credit to you and a lot of the other guys. Were well before the time.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
well before. So now
we had a Giants Mafia website.
we
You remember?
did. We did. We actually had a Giants Mafia website at
Yeah.
one time.
Yeah.
But now, the people that are on YouTube, or majority of the people, in my opinion, and I could be wrong, but they're benefiting from those years of a foundation set. I mean, they are, and good for them. I understand that. Like it's a different time, but
Right.
again, you guys were well before.
But when I watch your videos now, and I watch other people, I pop in on some people
Yeah.
every once in a while. Mosh, I watch you sometimes, but I can only.
There's
take,
Lizzie Freak.
I
There's
can
Lizzie.
only take Mosh for like 2 minutes, and then I gotta get off again. No, I'm not talking shit. Lizzie, what's up, brother?
Yeah, Lizzie's in here.
And then but you guys, your production value now
Yeah. Oh,
is
yeah.
insane. I mean, I actually went to college for acting and seriously and doing performance and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So
Yeah.
I kind of had that in my head,
Yeah.
but now I look at you guys doing stuff. I'm like, wow, you guys are way.
It's
ahead.
great. It's hard to keep up. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, you want to put out good content for people, and you want people to enjoy it, and at the same time, you want it to be fun for them.
Right.
What's up, Lizzie? So we were talking about Lizzie off camera.
Yep, I was talking.
We were talking about Lizzie, and we were only saying good things.
and that he didn't come up this year.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be up in
missed
Dallas.
Him. You
yeah.
missed him, and I was telling him about the winning business. We were
Right.
talking about the winning
the
business.
witnesses. Yeah.
So, what's up, Ralph? Yeah, man, it's just it's so great to hang out with Meteos again and talk to him, And again, if you don't know this man, it's okay. You've been away for a little while, but this guy,
Yeah,
I wanted to give him his props because he definitely inspired me to come on YouTube. From seeing your content and so many people, and I know how that feels because so many people will say like, "Oh, you inspired me. You're
right.
this and that," and it's cool. It's cool. It's exciting to hear someone say that, and in return to you, like, man, you definitely gave me the jump to say, okay, yeah, I need to come on here and help. Not
That's
that
cool.
you
I mean,
not that you could
no,
handle
it didn't
yourself,
matter.
but it was like, man, I want to help
Everybody
him.
had a team, but nobody.
Yeah.
There was no giant team.
Yeah, I know there
I
was.
found Cowboy TV, who doesn't really come on, I think,
Yeah.
anymore. But
He'll see this video. I know he will.
but I put it up on. I saw him up, and
Yeah.
I said, I started typing, being a typer, and then he called
Yeah.
me a typer, and I said, well, I'll cam, and I cammed, and I made
Yeah.
a move to him.
Yeah.
And then this guy Halen came in and said, "Who do you think you are?" And that was it. And we were in.
Now,
And
now,
then, yeah.
now, Meteos, this guy, you're true. I mean, people always compare him. You're not true New York, but you're true.
Yeah,
You're the real
yeah,
deal here.
yeah. My family's 4 generations
Yeah.
of Bronx, New York.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Yeah.
that's what I've always
Yeah.
enjoyed Metos's friendship, and but anyways, let's talk. We'll talk a little Giants football
All right.
because we did a little history, but
We talked about Eli's last game, which was pretty good.
So
yeah.
so Meteos obviously was at the last Eli game, and I don't like. Where do you? I mean, how do you feel about Eli kind of just now transitioning, obviously retiring? You were obviously a big Eli guy with
I
me.
am a big Eli guy. We were just talking about it, though. I mean, I'm at an age where, I was 20 years old with the first Giant Super Bowl, so I'm kind of Phil Simms guy,
Yeah.
Bravaro,
Phil Simms was
kind
your
of like
guy.
that kind of
Yeah.
world, right? And then all the way up until the '90s were kind of weak after the second win, and then so it was hard. And then when we got Eli, we knew he had something, right, that it was coming in, and of course it was a big deal because he was actually picked by San Diego, and they had to make that flip with Rivers.
Yeah.
And we got him, and so we were super happy having him,
Yeah.
getting him going. I was tired of the Kerry Collins.
Well,
and
it's funny you say that because I said that recently about my little girl who I'm hoping she'll be a Giants fan, but
Yeah, she will.
so you were Phil Simms.
Yeah.
My generation's an Eli.
Yeah, definitely.
And hers
Yeah.
is going to be a
Right.
Daniel Jones.
Right.
We're,
it will be.
we're
Big
hopeful.
time,
Yeah,
big
we
time.
hope
Yeah,
for it.
absolutely.
So
Yeah.
it's crazy. I've talked about that, but that is actually a real thing.
It is. It
about-
is. I see Phil Simms. I
Yeah.
know he's my guy,
Yeah.
right?
And that's how I see Eli. Like that's my
Right,
horse.
right.
That's
yeah,
that's
exactly.
my guy.
But I've always really, I took a shine to Eli
Yeah.
all along the way.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No. Yeah.
And I mean, you can't even debate 7 or the 2 Super Bowls that he had. That he is, you can call him whatever you want to call
Yeah.
him when he is money in the
He
in the
was-
postseason.
Yeah, he was,
And so,
and I'm sure they'll talk about it ad nauseum in the next 5 years. But he better be in the Hall of Fame.
oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, he's going-
and
he's
if
going
there's
to
going to be a guy that I have to be
Yeah.
there,
he's got the numbers for what
Yeah,
he needs to
yeah.
have. And I think Phil Simms, and I'm going to go back and say,
Yeah.
if he had played in the '90
I
game
know.
against the Bills, because he was the
I know.
that home thing, and had the Super Bowl, he would be in too. So yeah.
So, obviously, the last few years, it's been tough. What were your thoughts on Pat Shermer? Did you care for him?
I was so not happy with everything that they did after Coughlin, right?
Yeah. So,
I think
McAdoo and then
McAdoo
Shermer.
was a disaster. He was the complete disaster.
Uh-huh.
And Shermer, he's not. He's an offensive coach.
Yeah,
he's
he's
good.
just not a leader.
He's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
We would, even the New York media just eats him
Yeah, just
alive.
eats him
They would.
alive.
We have a radio station in the WFAN in
Yeah.
660, right? You might even listen to because they come now.
Yeah.
You can catch them, and he was the first head coach from the Giants to take away the Monday spot where he had to come on because they would beat him up so hard.
Yeah.
He almost was crying on the thing, and,
Yeah.
and the Giants said, "You know what? We're
Yeah,
canceling this
cancel it.
contract." And I was like, and I knew right there that he couldn't handle
Yeah.
the
Couldn't
pace
handle
of New York City, and it was killing him.
I mean, and this
And now we got Garrett over there as our OC. Oh, how's Dallas feel about that?
oh, I know they're gonna be like, oh, it's terrible, but
Terrible.
but deep down inside they're like, oh, I'll just don't come back to bite us.
Right, yeah, yeah.
You know,
No doubt.
they are, and we said off camera like Jerry didn't want to let him go. He didn't want to let him go. He just he was peer pressured.
It's like his son.
Yeah, it's like his little.
It's like his son.
His boy.
He's probably gonna come watch him and see how he does as an OC. And
He's gonna be at MetLife just with binoculars, like in
Yeah.
the corner.
Yeah.
But so obviously we're hopeful about this new coach, Joe Judge. We're hopeful about Daniel Jones.
I am happy about him.
We're just
We're
just
going to get who was out there. You know what I mean? And I was looking at Romeo, all these guys that were out there. A couple people out there.
Yeah.
Did I really want the Green Bay guy? No,
no,
really.
I didn't want McCarthy.
I'm
glad that they kind of went with a young. You know what I'm hoping for, to be honest with you, because when they hired Parcells, long ago, was a young guy, unproven.
Right.
You know, like, who's this guy? Like, and then what did Parcells end up being? Like, a great head
course.
coach. Maybe.
Fantastic. It's all it's all back to George
I think Tom Coughlin's the greatest head coach for the Giants.
Look at Parcells. Tom Coughlin.
Yeah.
Oh, who's the other? Who's the coordinator for who's the other coordinator over there at the time under him?
Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick.
Yeah, Bill Belichick.
I mean, look at that. Look at that. And you know how we got Judge? Because Bill picked up the phone and said, "Hey, Mr. Mara, you need to bring this guy in."
And it's funny you say that, because I think Bill Belichick has shown that he loves the Giants organization.
Absolutely,
I think he would probably like to coach him, but he realizes he can't leave the Patriots. It's just it is. But he's going to do them a favor.
Absolutely.
That's the way I look. I look at it, and once again, this is why Meteos was the Godfather, because he just made a great point. Was that, I think Bill probably gave him a recommendation.
No question. He picked up the phone.
Yeah, I mean,
said,
he had
you need to talk to this guy.
Yeah, and Joe Judge.
And they one conversation, and he was hired.
Yeah, and that kind of, and everybody's like, well, who is this guy? Question mark. But I guarantee you, there was somewhere behind the scenes that a conversation was had.
Absolutely.
I agree with that. And look, they've put a. You can say what you want about Freddie Kitchens, but he's got head coaching experience. Brett Bielema, that they just got. He's got college head coaching experience. Jason Garrett, obviously, I think he was with the Cowboys for 8 years or so. Or what was, how many? He was. I think it was like 8 seasons.
8, 9. Yeah.
So he's got head coaching experience. They've got plenty of head coaching experience now to go with Joe Judge, along with some other interesting coaches. I think it's gonna. I think it has every chance to work out. And obviously, you want to see Daniel Jones grow.
You will. I mean, and you've got. And the thing I like most about getting him over to be the OC is, who do we play 7 times that week? Who do we play? People he's been playing for 8 years. He knows everybody.
He's going to be familiar with the Cowboys. He's going to be familiar with the Eagles. He's going to be familiar with the Redskins. So, yeah, absolutely.
And let this guy do what he does. Not only is he our head coach, he's also going to take special teams and throw that throttle out, too. So,
well, I'm hopeful for it. And I hope that, obviously, and again, Eli Manning, my guy, but I'm hoping that it's a smooth transition to Daniel Jones.
I think it's okay.
I think it's going to be,
because the Mannings really brought Daniel Jones to
I feel
them
like
as well.
Yeah.
I feel like there's that sort of that connection there, and that's why Eli's such a great.
And you've seen it. You've seen it before. Other teams like the Packers had Favre to Rodgers.
Right.
The Colts had Manning to Luck.
And Rodgers had to sit there for 4 years. Before Brett was out of getting out of the way, and had to go be a Jet for a year before he realized he wasn't any good.
Now
anymore.
Victor's right there. Jones did have a little bit of fumbling problem.
Oh my God. Yeah. He was. Yeah. Oh yeah.
But that's something he can work on.
But you know what? It was a dead season though, right? So you were letting him make his mistakes.
Let him make his mistakes.
It doesn't really count. But you're right. He has to protect the ball. So that's something they were working on because toward the end, nothing. That game where he threw the 4 touchdowns and whatever. He's now tucking the ball, and you could see him understanding what he had to do.
And who's his offensive coordinator now? A guy who played quarterback.
That's exactly
and was a backup quarterback for the Giants for a few years.
Yeah.
But. Yep, somebody knew it was Meteos, so somebody guessed. I did a preview video.
Oh, did you?
Just saying, like, I might have a guest on, and some people made some guesses, and sure enough, some people got it right. But anyways, what do you have any? I mean, do you see yourself at all ever potentially dipping back into YouTube at all?
Like, I don't know.
Again, there's a lot of the old guys.
No, I see people. I see not to take out old Maisie. I feel like he was my age now when he was making videos with us. Like, I felt like he was older than me. It could be my age.
It was funny. I understand like some of those guys, and I don't think old Maisie was a bad video.
No, he was fine. It was fun. Everybody had a Kirk.
But what's funny is like I miss that quirkiness. I'm like now it's like, oh, you gotta be so serious and so perfect with your videos and
I mean, Fire Colette, come on.
Yeah, like
I
the
mean, he was just
quirkiness.
this, and he was a brilliant guy.
Yeah.
This guy was like a scientist, but he would get on the thing and be like, "Hello, tube," whatever, and talking to us, and we'd be like, "Oh, we gotta just jump him in."
The people that watch YouTube football now or the content, they don't even realize they're missing out or they missed out on so many great characters.
It was characters. That's
So
exactly
many
the point.
great
Everybody was some kind of character.
There's no characters
Yeah,
anymore.
no
There's like
characters,
literally just everybody is just a robot saying the same crap over and over and over. Hot Take City,
Yeah.
and it's not even. There's no characters. There's no life to it, and it's and now it's a little bit dry. It's just not. It's not.
We would talk off camera.
Yeah.
For hours, who are we going to target this week? Who are we going to start to? All right, you go first. Then you come in on the other side.
We spent some hours on the phone talking about
talking. How are we doing?
How are we going to mess with CNS?
Who are you going to do? Whatever.
Yeah, we had a great time. I mean, those years, those early years were. Good. Again, I miss the characters about the personalities and the quirks. It's like old Maisie again.
Right.
Were you going to watch every second of this video? Maybe not, but you were going to the part that you did watch. It was interesting. Like Fire Colette, you were not going to learn anything football wise.
Not a word.
But you were just tuned
was
in.
So socially awkward that it was fantastic.
It was
to
fantastic.
Watch. Yeah,
the quirkiness and Halen 88 was another guy, and God rest his soul.
Man, I was devastated when he passed.
Yeah,
I don't. If you know him, if you know Kyle at all, I mean, I was even saying to Cop that I talked to his wife for like a bunch of it was too much, and he was a social worker with little kids, and he was the kindest, gentlest guy you've ever met in your life, and he left a son behind him, and he was just such a good guy,
and had some of the just amazing like phrases. That
oh
my
God,
like, we live homes.
He is so.
He would come
Arkansas.
On, but he just looked like a typical Cowboys fan.
Totally.
He was authentic.
Yeah, he was.
It was real, and it was like, man, I'm going to watch this, and I know it's a real fan.
Right.
The real deal, and I miss those days so much because I feel like a lot of the viewers now they're robbed of that. They're robbed of interesting characters and fun times and football fandom is about characters.
Oh, totally.
I feel like,
absolutely.
I mean, everybody has their own little, every fan base has their own like little thing. Like, I mean, the Raiders, you think dark, you think, violent or whatever. And, Cowboys, I'm sure you can literally have a starter pack of what Cowboy fans wear.
Since you were still on, those videos definitely still exist. Like all my videos are not dead;
Yeah.
they're just hidden.
They're hidden. Yeah, a lot of people are like that.
And everybody does that.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying. At some point, somebody's going to sit down and go, maybe mash them up for like some good air, some good one. And
I'm sure somebody could and really show that. Some people may not be into it, but I think a lot of the football content that once was some really good stuff and some interesting stuff. And of course, a lot of what we did at the time was all NFC East.
Yeah, right.
And now it kind of grew into other. And
it's everything.
I want to say I felt like 49er fans were like the fifth.
Maybe, yeah.
Like they were the next. And I'm actually genuinely happy. Look, there's Bones. There's Bones saying what's up. So I'm genuinely actually happy for 49er fans because there were a lot of them back then.
And they were talking football.
They were straight talking football, and they were terrible too.
49ers
were terrible.
They were terrible, but they were.
Now they had a couple years there where actually we competed with them in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm happy for a lot of those guys that the older guys like Frisco fitted. I don't know if you remember him. Yeah. Obviously JD.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys, and it's cool to see them have some success and be excited the same way we were excited during that time.
I mean, we just lucked out in 2007. And I don't mean in a luck way, but, when you're talking shit, and we were talking shit all through the period, and then we won the Super Bowl, and from an unbeknownst, how can you just, whatever. I don't, crazy. People couldn't even, they were trying to target down, but there was nothing you could do.
Well, I mean, at the time, during that 07-08 run, we're making videos, and I think nobody took the Giants serious.
Mm-hmm.
And, we were just bullshitting with most of the people.
Yeah, I mean, you're repping your team,
Yeah,
so
we're
you're
repping our
just
team.
we're all in.
And
It doesn't matter.
I remember like, oh,
I was like, I don't know if we're gonna lose to Tampa Bay, but here it comes. Here we
and
go.
so yeah, it was some good times. And I was telling Meteos here off camera, like during that time, 07, 08, I wasn't ready.
Yeah, yeah. So that's
My quality, my video content wasn't as good, but we were still getting a lot of good views, and we made a great speech video for the Super Bowl that I thought was really cool, and probably one.
That was a good
I still think it's one of the best videos
that
that's ever created.
That was a good one at the end of the year.
Yeah.
You really framed that whole thing up.
I tried to do something like that, but anyways, now we still, a lot of people carried it on. Like Bones is in here. He made several years, and he did several years of videos, and he's been a great guest of mine. When I went up to MetLife, he was very kind to me and helped me out a lot of ways. But anyways, I had to bring Meteos on tonight. I mean, I just
when in Tennessee, I
had to put him on there and pay my respect to you and again, we had a great time we had a really great time back in the day. But
yeah, we did.
Gio is back with video game. I don't know what he meant. That's Mosh. Who knows what Mosh is?
We were talking about Gio a little bit about
yeah. When Mosh is, you just never know what's coming from him. I mean, it's crazy. He is. I'll give him his props. He is one of the original CNS members still, out there pumping it out.
I was buying jerseys from him for $10 or whatever you were trying. I remember you were checking. I forget. It wasn't $10, but he was.
He's saying Gio is uploading video game videos. He's not really doing. So he's doing okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's still some guys out there still putting some content out there, but it's just crazy. I tell this all the time to people. Like they don't, and I don't think they believe me, but like that. It's crazy, like 10 years ago, what was going on to compared to what it is now. So much has changed. The YouTube game is completely different now, and even I've changed a little bit. But man, we had a blast back in the day.
Yeah, it was a good time.
I mean, we had a blast, and I miss some of our rivals. We might prank phone call them or something like
Gil. We can call Gil.
Yeah, we've got
Mr. Gil.
Meteos here. Meteos here has got some. Do you have J-Wad's number?
I do.
You think you want to call J-Wad?
I don't know. I think they'll answer. Let's see. Oh, Nikki called us.
Did she?
Let's call her back. Man, hold on. We got to call Nikki
okay.
back.
So anyone that knows, this is Nicole PTO6.
PTO6.
Okay, let's see if she. You think she got my voicemail?
Oops. Hold on.
Oh, this will be interesting. If you want to see us call J-Wad, let us know.
Oops.
Look, somebody to see J-Wad. You think he'd answer?
I'll try him next. If we don't get Nikki now.
Okay.
She did call back though. Nikki's my partner in crime. We go out to games all the time. So. Pick it up. And of course, J-Wad in my thing is J-Wad.
Yeah.
Hi, reached record back.
All right, no more call.
All right, let's call J-Wad.
Let's see.
Look, we got a lot of people that miss J-Wad.
All right, let's find J-Wad.
Man, if you're live right now, I mean, if they're watching, they might get a hell of a show here.
They could. Hold on.
they literally. I mean, I don't know the last time me and J-Wad.
I think he's under J. Hold on.
I mean, they may get a hell of a show right here. They don't even realize it.
If he's not, I wouldn't make him J-Wad. Wait, his name is John.
We don't know. I don't know if he wanted to see.
Oh yeah, actually, that's his real name.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, there it is.
I was a president, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let's call him. All right. Cool.
And Mosh is saying he always goes to voicemail after work hours. Let's just see.
Well, I'll tell him I want a pool.
Will he know? Will he know what you're calling?
Yeah, he should.
Are you? This would just be too perfect if he picked up. But we.
This is John with Party Bar Pool.
I hope you didn't catch where he works.
Well, we tried at least.
We tried him.
We gave it an effort. Anyway, so let's see here, not dead yet. This is Methos1966, a legend.
I'm not dead yet. Did somebody said I was
he's
dead?
not. No,
Oh.
I think more. I think somebody was talking about J-Wall, but no,
Oh.
this is again the Meteos 1966 was one of the very first giant video makers. One of the people that inspired
Actually,
me.
we could call Lizzie if you want to call Lizzie.
Call
Is she still
Lizzie.
on?
Yeah, call Lizzie. Let's see
Lizzie,
if-
you want to pop on?
let's see
Hold
if
on.
Lizzie-
You know I got your phone number
He may,
too.
I don't know. He may not be. He may not be watching, but we'll give Lizzie
We'll
a
see.
call.
Let me see if he's on here. It's so funny because they're under different names.
If you got any questions or comments, feel free to share them now. We'll probably make one more phone call and then we'll probably dip on out of here.
Lizzie, if you're watching, you can call me. You got my number. I can't find you in my Rolodex. My thing.
And your Rolodex.
In my
is-
Rolodex, that's not
thick,
even a
isn't
thing
it?
anymore. I don't even know. All right.
You didn't put him as Lizzie Freak. You know
I
that?
think I might have, but I don't know. Now I'm looking for because he's buried in here. Like like I actually have a little cop for you. So
Hey, that's easy.
yeah, that's easy. That's easy. I don't know. It's all good.
Well, anyways, who's this? Somebody says you're a politician.
I'm a politician. You think so?
No, he's a
That's pretty
god.
good.
He's a godfather. is what he
Godfather,
is.
man.
He's a godfather.
Who's this guy? Yeah, I'm running for for presidency, right? Biden can't make it. I'm going to step in. So
Make the Giants great again.
make the Giants great again. There you go.
Well, we tried to call some people. Tried to call Jay Watt, but anyways, I guess we're gonna bounce on out of here. I'm just happy to bring Meteos on here for a lot of the. You look like Ryan Paul's brother, apparently.
Like who?
It's Paul Ryan's brother.
Paul Ryan. All right.
Isn't he a president? Wasn't he a president?
He's the Wisconsin guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was.
I guess you resemble him some. But anyways, I had to have Meteos on. Show my respect to him. A lot of the older guys will appreciate seeing you on here, so I appreciate you coming on and doing this with me. Newer guys, hey, they're missing out on what was a good time. But the older guys
Go to a tailgate. We'll see you there sometime.
Yeah. We've already talked. I think I'm gonna try to go to a Cowboy game with Meteos here and maybe Mosh will be there.
Well, you never know.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
He's got to fly up, but yeah.
I mean, you don't know if it's a good thing.
As long as Nikki's there, he'll show up. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, Mosh? Yeah.
But anyways, I appreciate you guys joining us. And again, I want to thank Meteos. He wrote an awesome letter and hooked me up with some Manning stuff on his last game. So,
Man, I was happy just to be there myself.
I mean,
I was there with my son.
I was
so I knew that was going to be the last game.
Yeah.
When I saw him crying at the end
Yeah.
and kind of saying goodbye, I said, "That's it. It's
Yeah.
done." So I ran around picking stuff up.
What did you think about his press conference?
Oh, I thought he was awesome.
Yeah,
he was
he was
awesome.
awesome.
And all his teammates were right behind him. That
Yeah.
was pretty cool. And
I have never I don't have a tattoo.
Yeah.
I've never even thought about getting a tattoo. I even think it's kind of, I know some people have got giant tattoos. I'm always kind of nervous about doing that because they could change the logo anymore.
Right,
But I
right.
swear to you, only a giant
Right.
seems like it needs to be somewhere on my body.
Yeah. No, he's Eli's the man.
Eli said only a giant. I said that needs to be on my body somewhere.
Yeah.
It's
I know.
just a perfect.
Good.
It's just a perfect line, and it's just amazing. But anyways, thank Meteos for coming on, and hopefully we'll be able to do this again soon, and hopefully we'll be able to do it at a game next year.
Yeah,
that'd be a lot of
Absolutely.
fun.
We love doing tailgates, so it's all good.
So, all right, guys. So, appreciate you guys joining us. And for those that did catch us live, appreciate you watching the video. And I'll see you guys later on.
Peace.
What was the old saying? What was it? Was it just peace?
Yeah, we just
Peace.
Peace. Yeah, that's it. Peace.